remember that I live in a country that just doesn't work for the majority of us. I remember at 7 having to learn to cook because my single mother had to work 16 hours a day, 6 days a week to try and make ends meet. I remember growing up in El Barrio that all of us knew what to do if La Migra came to the door. And the yells to hide ringing out in the neighborhood happening more than I want to remember. I remember watching police beating older kids in my neighborhood because they didn't like our appearance, knowing that one day they would be beating me, finding out one day that I was right. I remember, there's a candidate who forgot, but I remember as a gay child growing up in the Reagan years, watching in despair as top leaders of our country blamed victims for the AIDS crisis. And I remember that the White House was all too happy to do nothing, as millions of my community died because we were gay, poor, and people of color. Some might think that this would lead me to despair, but I also remember my mom teaching me an important lesson. She told me that I have a choice. I could roll over and die, or I could stand up and struggle even if it takes every last ounce of my energy. The choice for me was clear. I have dedicated my life to the struggle for justice, and I have not regretted one moment. Today, I am fortunate every day to stand side by side with people who are in the struggle for justice. I am able to wake up every single day and stand side by side with a community who takes great risk to fight an unjust immigration system, a community that goes toe-to-toe with ICE and demands an end to family detention centers in Berks County and all across this country. It's time to shut down Berks. Shut down Berks! Yes, I'm hoping somebody in a few minutes might say a few things about that. I'm proud to stand up with working people who work full-time jobs that still can't make our paychecks last till the next payday. I am privileged to work every day with a community fighting to establish a municipal ID in Reading so we can come out of the shadows. I don't know about you, but I am ready for a political revolution. A revolution that can't be paid for by the corporations who've abandoned our community. A revolution that will put the needs of our people first. A revolution that will stand up for workers, immigrants, women, people of color, the LGBT community, and every single member of the 99%. Ready? If you are ready for this revolution, please join me in welcoming someone we can believe in, a candidate who has spent his